Some players chase greatness, others walk into the room, and everything changes. In 2024, a 22-year-old college phenom stepped into the WNBA with 0 professional minutes, no championships, and no promises. Just a deep logo range and a deeper chip on her shoulder. Her name, Caitlin Clark, and what she did was bigger than basketball. On the surface, she was just another rookie, but the moment she touched the court, tickets sold out, jerseys vanished off shelves, and arenas that once echoed in silence were suddenly roaring. Not because of a title run, not because of buzzer beaters, but because one player, one brand of basketball, flipped the business model of the entire league. This wasn't hype. This was history, because the WNBA didn't just gain a new player, it gained a movement, and whether her rivals liked it or not, Caitlin Clark didn't ask to lead it, she just did. May 14th, 2024, Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut with the Indiana Fever wasn't just a game, it was a cultural shift. What should have been a regular season opener turned into a national event. Arenas were packed, cameras followed her every move, and hashtags like Caitlin Clark and WNBA flooded social media. Overnight, the league exploded. Ticket sales surged, jersey orders broke records, and TV ratings hit numbers never seen before. Every Fever game became a must-watch, not just for fans, but for the players too. Some stars praised her rise, others questioned the media obsession. Diana Taurasi warned, reality is coming. Aja Wilson and Kelsey Plum made headlines not just for their play, but for how they were suddenly being overshadowed. Headlines, tweets, and sports shows weren't just talking basketball, they were debating what Caitlin Clark meant for the league. Was it hype, race, jealousy, business? None of it stopped her. In just her first few weeks, she'd already done what no one else had, make the WNBA feel bigger, louder, and richer, without even trying. Caitlin Clark's rookie contract with the Indiana Fever, it was just over $76,000, barely a fraction of what an NBA rookie earns. And yet, within weeks, she became the highest paid athlete in the WNBA, not because of that contract, but because of everything around it. From the moment she entered the league, brands lined up. Nike, State Farm, Wilson, Gatorade, all competing for a piece of her spotlight. Her reported Nike deal worth $28 million. That's more than every other WNBA player combined, and it happened before she played her 10th game. But this isn't just about Caitlin's bank account. This is about how her presence lifted everyone else's too. In her 3rd WNBA game against the New York Liberty at Barclays Center, Clark faced a championship-caliber team on the road. She dropped 22 points and drew nearly 18,000 fans, one of the largest crowds in WNBA history. It was a spectacle. Jerseys in the stands, camera flashes everywhere, and resale ticket prices soaring into the hundreds. Even opposing players admitted, this isn't normal. This is Caitlin Clark level attention. Then came her first 30-point game against the Washington Mystics. TV viewership spiked again. Social media melted down. Every time she played, record after record fell. More viewers, more seats filled, more stories told. And while media headlines mostly had her name, the economic impact spread far wider. Other WNBA players started earning more too. Aces star Aja Wilson got new brand deals. Kelsey Plum signed a podcast deal and expanded her media presence. Even rookies who entered the league after Caitlin started landing endorsements that didn't exist before. You want proof? Consider this. Teams like the Phoenix Mercury and Chicago Sky had to relocate to bigger venues when Clark came to town. Chicago moved a game from Wintrust Arena to the United Center just to meet demand, something never done for a rookie. The Las Vegas Aces, the most dominant team in the league, had their first ever sellout against Indiana. Because of Clark, even cities were profiting. Restaurants near the Fever's away games reported spikes in business. Hotels near game venues booked out. This wasn't a basketball trend, and it was an economic wave. The WNBA noticed. Suddenly, charter flights were on the table, something players had fought for years. But it didn't happen because of negotiations. It happened because Caitlin Clark made the product valuable enough to justify the investment. And here's something most people don't know. The WNBA's media rights deal, expiring in 2025, is now being projected at 3 to 5 times its previous value. And every analyst will tell you the same thing. That number jumped the second Clark declared for the draft. Now let's talk merch. In her first month, Clark's jersey became the highest-selling jersey in WNBA history, and not just in Indiana, nationwide. Even in NBA cities with no WNBA teams, Clark merch became a top seller. The WNBA store traffic tripled. Her Indiana Fever games are streamed in over 100 countries. People in Europe, Asia, and Africa are tuning in, not for the league, but for her. And what about social media? Before her arrival, the WNBA's Instagram hovered around 1 million followers. By mid-season 2024, it had crossed 2.5 million, the fastest growth in league history. Every clip of Caitlin pulling up from the logo or trash-talking opponents became instant viral gold. But here's the twist. She didn't campaign for any of this. No big PR push, no drama, no forcing the spotlight. She just played her game, calm, confident, and relentless. And everyone, from business execs to rival stars, had to adjust. Because when Caitlin Clark walked into the WNBA, she didn't just become a rookie, she became a market force. She became the reason games were televised nationally, the reason arenas were selling out, the reason charter flights suddenly became affordable. She became the reason the WNBA stopped surviving and started scaling. Caitlin Clark didn't flip the WNBA by demanding change. She didn't rewrite the rules. She didn't start a movement on purpose. She simply showed up, played her game, and the world couldn't look away. The league is richer, the players are earning more, the games feel bigger, the conversations are louder, and the wildest part, she's just getting started.